The victorious Ohio State Buckeyes are with us. They have a date to play in the second round on Sunday. Caleb Wesson, Keyshawn Woods represent the student body. Chris Holtman's the head coach, and we're going to ask him to make a statement on the game, and then we'll have questions for all three members of Ohio State. Chris, please.
Listen, it was a whale of a game, that's for sure. Players win games, and our guys stepped up and made so many key plays against an Iowa State team that's had a terrific season. We've got tremendous respect for Steve and their program and how talented that group is. So to beat them as well as they were playing is a great credit to our guys. And we know we have another tremendous challenge here and short turnaround, but we're excited to be a part of this thing, that's for sure. So,
thank you. Questions? Start right there. Thank you.
Chris Collingadan, SGSR. This Iowa State team averaged over 77 points per game this year. They were one of the best teams in the country in offensive efficiency. How were you able to hold them to what you did, and what did you do on defense that made the difference?
Well, I think our guys, we did struggle a little bit in the second half. They got it going in the second half, and that's a credit to them. But I just think our guys were really locked into what we were trying to do against them in terms of our game plan, and they really, really committed to it. And I thought, we had some really important plays at the rim too. Caleb and other guys were able to impact some shots at the rim. We I thought, played really hard and really committed to trying to make it difficult for them. They're one of the best offensive teams in the country, so it was a big challenge.
For the players, you guys held them without a field goal for almost 10 minutes of the first half. Can you describe how you did that stretch and what you remember from it defensively?
Caleb first, please.
It just came down to our preparation. While we were preparing, we were worrying about their offense and how high volume their guys were. So just focusing in on that really helped us.
Same thing Caleb said. Our preparation really got us ready for that mark when we held them from scoring, and just our communication on the court as well. Like we was really locked in for those 10 minutes, and now we just got to do it for 40 next game.
Again, Collingadan, SGSR. You guys, as a team, didn't have a made field goal for almost 3 minutes there at the end. What was the difference maker on defense to hold on to that lead?
Keyshawn, you're first this time, then Caleb.
We just knew we had to get stops. That's what we pride ourselves on, defense. And regardless if we're not scoring, we know that our defense travels with us. And that was the most important thing in those last 3 minutes, making sure that we was locked in and getting as many stops as possible to win the game.
Yeah, like Keyshawn says, defense is you can't question it. It's something that's always going to be there. Effort's always going to be there on defense. Shots miss, shots make, but that defense is always going to be there.
Chris, I know you guys were kind of sweating it out on Sunday to now be in the position you are. How does this feel?
Well, yeah, I think it feels great. Obviously, you could say it validates the committee's decision, but we really felt like we had put together a really strong body of work, and that our guys had earned it. And I think that you're always concerned when you're in a situation where it's, you're on potentially that cut line, but we really did feel like our guys earned it. We knew we had a tremendous challenge with, I think this was, considered the highest of the 6 seeds potentially. I think they might have been. But again, our players, Caleb was tremendous in terms of his imposing himself. I thought that was so important for that to happen really throughout the game. If he didn't impose himself physically, I thought we could really struggle just to keep pace with as high octane as they are.
Right in front.
Chris, I know you just won the game. Some early thoughts on Houston?
One of the best teams in the country. I think I've thought that all year. I've had a chance to watch them a little bit just because I admire how they play, how hard they play, how connected. I know they're a veteran group. They're one of the elite teams in the country.
follow up on some thoughts about Kelvin Sampson's job he's doing.
Hey, he's tremendous. I think he's won everywhere he's been. You know, he's really won everywhere he's been. And you look at his track record, and it shouldn't be a surprise. You know, when a guy like that wins at every level, every place he's been, it shouldn't surprise anybody. He's created quite the impressive program there.
Greg Eklund for AP Broadcast, and this is for Caleb. Caleb, Coach said that you imposed yourself physically down there, down low. Can you add to that and also speak to whether you sensed that they were getting frustrated trying to guard you on the low post?
Yeah, like you said, I imposed myself because of my preparation. You know, my coaches and my teammates, they prepare me hard every day in practice. They push me to finish shots that sometimes it's hard to finish, you know, and guys, when you have that, it just makes for easy basketball.
Go.
This is for Coach. The Big Ten was 7-1 in the first round. Can you address that success rate?
You know, you're careful to, you know, talk too early. There's a lot of tournament left to be played. We've certainly played well in these opening days, and played well against really quality teams with great matchups. But it's the best league I've ever been a part of this year in the Big Ten. It's the best league I've ever been part of from top to bottom. I can't explain how difficult it is to play on a given night. And when you're playing now 20 of those games, you're going to have losses. So the whole idea of, well, you know, this group's sitting with this loss,